Las Vegas is an entity unto itself. It exists and breathes a life that, until you've been there, you can't fathom what it's like. No clocks, you have no idea where you are in the day. The shows run all day. It's a strange environment, and I think that if we can give a glimpse into that obscure, glamorous, odd world, that will probably be interesting to everyone.
Vegas kind of sits in the middle of nowhere, in the middle of the desert, which kind of uniquely makes the whole city behave like an outsider. And like all outsiders, the city behaves with no apologies, but in a very complex way. It seems to be very brave and very ballsy and very bold and very big, just like Liberace was, and that's why he found refuge here.
The music for the performance was inspired by Liberace, one of the great Las Vegas entertainers, who, despite his massive popularity, often perceived himself as an outsider. Here, in Las Vegas, he found the perfect escape from the orthodox realities of modern American life.
I've always been outside. Even in the place that I was born, I was an outsider. So somehow there is part of me that, on a skin level, I seem to understand why a city like Las Vegas is like Las Vegas. I mean, saying this, there is no doubt that emotionally you feel that you have arrived at some level of understanding. On the beginning, then just go for it. But on the beginning, just a little less. You might have to do pum 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 pum.
Celebrated Soubrette is ostensibly a pastiche. With dance, somehow, you can condense time and emotion. You can take quantum leaps in terms of skipping emotion and going on to the next one. So he's got a perfect format then to show a snapshot of a performance, but what happens underneath the performance.
Being a dancer at Rambert Dance Company is very good because you're always doing different kind of styles. You know, like Javier would be very different from, say, Matzek that we're doing at the moment, or Christopher Bruce, who is the director. It's a great setup. I mean, it's very enjoyable to be part of it.
My policy here at Rambert is to support the independent choreographers working in Britain. It is to give them the opportunity basically to work with a larger company and also the chance for their work to be seen by a larger audience. You know, I want quality people here, and I think Javier very much has his own individual voice, and that's what I'm interested in, really.
Javier's career to date has been kind of interestingly varied for someone who's actually got such a powerful personality. I mean, by which I mean, there's one sense in which a Javier work is completely unmistakable. It's unique, it's distinct from everybody else because his own personal style, his own personal vision is so vividly stamped on it. But there's quite an interesting tension between, I think, the work he produces for himself, which is deeply personal, and the work which he creates for other companies.
I remember the first time I saw his work, I was hit so strongly in the face by this incredible heat and this incredible warmth. And I found it not only to be really, really passionate and really angry in lots of ways, but also to be some of the most intelligent dance that I'd seen in a while. I've always felt that he really, really explores his ideas very thoroughly. There's something very, very clear and driving it. It's always conceptually very, very rigorous.
Certainly in his own works, he likes to put his audience on a fairly sort of precarious emotional point, if you like. I mean, he likes for us to feel very edgy, very uncomfortable as we watch his work. Sometimes that can be in his depiction of emotional or physical violence, which can be very extreme and very harrowing and very painful to watch.